Have you ever wondered when the world truly became connected? Not through the internet, not through airplanes, but through courage, curiosity. The age of exploration, a time when sailors set out into uncharted oceans, chasing myths, gold, and glory. But what they found would change the course of human history forever. It all began in the 15th century. Europe was hungry for spices, for wealth, and for power. The Silk Road that once connected east and west had grown dangerous and slow. So explorers asked the impossible question, what if we sail west to reach the east? In Portugal, Prince Henry the Navigator opened schools for sailors. Maps were drawn, stars were studied, and ships called caravels were built sleek, strong, and fast enough to face the unknown. These weren't just voyages, they were gambles with destiny. In 1492, Christopher Columbus set sail across the Atlantic with 3 ships, the Niña, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. He believed he had reached Asia, but what he found was something far greater, a new world. Soon, other explorers followed. Vasco da Gama reached India. Ferdinand Magellan circumnavigated the globe, and Hernán Cortés met the mighty Aztec Empire. The map of the world was being redrawn not by kings, but by wind, waves, and willpower. But the age of exploration wasn't just about adventure. It was also a time of conquest, greed, and tragedy. New lands were claimed, old cultures were crushed, and millions of lives were forever changed. Gold and silver flowed into Europe, but so did disease, slavery, and war. History remembers the explorers as heroes, but their legacy is far more complicated. Still, for the first time in history, continents that had once been isolated were now part of a single, connected world. Imagine what it must have felt like to see an ocean horizon with no end in sight, to not know if land even existed beyond it. Yet those men sailed anyway. They brought back stories of strange animals, new foods, and people with cultures unlike anything Europe had ever known. Potatoes from the Andes, coffee from Africa, spices from Asia. They all began to circle the world. Trade routes were born, and so was the idea of global exchange of a truly connected humanity. So the next time you open a map or travel across an ocean, remember those who once faced the same sea not with GPS, but with faith and stars. The age of exploration wasn't just when the world got bigger. It was when humanity finally learned how small the world could be.